All right, let's cook, man. Yo, yo, yo. I go by name PS4 John Gotti, and today we got the Let's React podcast, and I'm here with the usual suspects, man. First fly, talk your talking.
What's good, y'all? It's the voice of the YouTube streets, the one and only GOAT. Fly, man. How y'all doing this evening, bro? Back for another episode of the Let's Overreact podcast, man. I'm
Let's
glad to
go.
be here, bro. Let's do it.
There you go. Cam, talk your talking.
It's your boy KM the Gray One, KM the Gizzard, back at it with another Pizzard.
I
One
need you
third
to
of the
move your camera like.
legendary.
Hold on, I need you to move your camera. I got.
Like
There we
that,
go.
that a
There
little
we go.
better?
Yes, sir.
There we go. You know, one third of the legendary. That's overrated.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
like that. Legendary.
You gotta speak it into existence, you know.
I think we were just saying this to everybody in the stream that we are the biggest podcast in St. Louis.
You know, if we don't believe it, nobody else will. So,
Right.
One third of
I think
the
numbers wise. I
All
don't
right, bro.
think
Can't nobody cover for us.
nobody
so,
covered for us.
so that's why we hit y'all with this and get y'all this work because who else gonna do it if we don't? You know what I'm saying? Today we're discussing the situation with KD requesting the trade and what's going on with it. So feel free to kind of spam with the comments in the chat. We'll definitely read the chat. But start with Fly, bro. How you feel about it, bro?
What about the whole thing with KD just asking to leave?
Yeah, just that entirely. Yeah. We're just
Well,
asking to leave.
You know, I'm very critical of Kevin. Uh, you know,
Me too.
I just for him to be with his burner accounts and him to be so sensitive, bro, he brings on this attention. Like people call him soft, and I'm a LeBron critic as well. But I say this today, live on Let's Overreact podcast. KD is way softer than Bron. Because to go to a 73-9 team that whooped your ass in the playoffs, win 2 easy ones, and now here you are today. You build your own team in Brooklyn. You fail. You get swept. Now you crying, trying to get out of town, bro, to 2 other loaded teams. I have no respect for this man. He's a 7-foot cupcake in my eyes, bro.
Mm.
You know, he wouldn't survive in the 90s or let alone the 80s. And I think KD is overrated because what has he done? He can score. But what has he done without Wardell? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Hold on. Didn't he get MVP of the season without Steph Curry?
What's
Oh,
he
he
won
did.
without him?
I mean, technically, his mama was the MVP because that's what he said. He said, "Mama,
Okay.
you the real MVP." So,
I mean, he was still Finals MVP.
Oh, can I stop you there?
Uh,
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Even Steve Nash got 2 MVPs. I don't hear about MVPs.
Okay, so MVPs is not an accomplishment in your world.
No, that don't mean nothing to me.
Look,
When they rob Kobe and
I was gonna
Shaq,
say Kobe only got
Right.
one, but you gonna take Kobe or
Right.
KD?
I just want to
Kobe?
make sure we note
Probably
that
not.
because we talk about Dwight Howard and stuff like that, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature.
he won no MVP of the league. But go ahead.
But that don't mean nothing to you anyway. So I just want to make sure. Okay, cool.
Mm.
All right, fine. Really quick to the chat before we got into this. Shout out to that boy J up next in this thing. I saw
J
that
up
comment you
next.
put in here before you erased it. He said, "What's up, y'all old heads?" This is what he said. That's what he said. He erased it.
He got jokes.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
It's all. Call me All right, nephew. It's all good.
It's all good.
He said, KD comes back to the Bay, will it destroy his legacy?
It will. I mean, his legacy's already destroyed because of that, but you know, this will just cement that he's just the biggest chump of all time. Like it's unexcusable. Like,
I'm gonna have to agree with Fly. Like, for what KD could have been, and even if he had to go to the Warriors to win, you know what I'm saying? Okay, he went there to win. I feel like we could have excused that because it was real soft. It was real soft. The best team in the league, not like the second best and the third best team. Like people talk about LeBron. Like LeBron went to teams, they were never the best before he got there. He went to the best team by far in the season. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy them. That's real
and
soft.
this how he know. I know he knew it was wrong because when he left, he was like, "Yeah, all right, I'll go try to do it on my own now somewhere else because I ain't getting the same praise the other guys getting." Then it got tough over there in Brooklyn. He was like, "You know what? It's a little too tough for me.
It's too much."
Chris Paul, Devin Booker, y'all might need that third piece. Y'all looking kind of good over there.
Help
Right.
me, please.
Oh, Jimmy
You know what?
Butler, you need a little help?
Right.
Shoot.
J up next said Kyrie recently posted a hint about him staying at Brooklyn. Well, a little insight. I talked to the GMs over there, and a
Okay.
part of the trade agreement was, listen, we want to trade y'all, we want to accommodate y'all, but listen, we're not gonna do a lopsided trade. Is what they said. I talked to the GMs. That's what they said.
Sean
So
Mark called you. Sean
yeah,
Mark
no,
called you.
it wasn't even Sean Marks. It was it was Sean Mark's wife who hit me up. That's how big man with the family.
Mm,
We
Okay.
was playing golf. We were playing golf.
mm,
And
Okay.
we got done while
Breaking
playing
news.
golf. She hit me up. She said, I was like, team with the KD. This is what she said. Like, no, no, no. She told me later about it. So you know what, Gotti? Just because it's you and I love the Let's React podcast. They say love us Go Fly. He fly everybody's favorite. They say, I love Go Fly. They say love KM Bird. All these great praises to me. They
mm.
said they went ahead and told me. And what they told me was they said, listen, secretly we don't want to move him. We're not gonna move him. We're gonna put really, really high trade bait out
Okay.
there,
Right.
the fact that if somebody do come with this stuff, then
Yeah.
okay, we good. But we're gonna make it so high that they can't come up with it, and that's what it looked like they're doing. That's what she
I'm gonna tell
said.
you.
So,
I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. Rudy Gobert messed it up for KD.
oh, that's a
Facts.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Cause you not finna tell me Rudy Gobert got 4 players traded and picks on top of that, and KD can't get half of that package.
That trade was ridiculous, bro. I
It's
don't even understand
ridiculous.
the logic behind
It
it.
reset the
Yeah.
market.
You
So
already got Cat. Rudy Gobert is a certified scrub in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what are you aiming for? And you gave up the whole cupboard.
Yeah,
I
they did.
think it lessens the pressure on Cat to be the 5. So now he can be the 4, and he's bigger than half the 4s in the league because nobody runs a big man no more. So that's really an advantage in his favor.
Bro, they could
Um,
have. They could have got other people half for to do the same job Rudy Gobert about to do, right?
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not high on Rudy Gobert at all. I don't think
Okay.
he's all that because I mean John Morant tries him every time he plays him. Like he tries him.
I'm gonna be
He
honest
tries
with
to
y'all.
posterize that man.
I would have liked that trade. This was 1995, but nobody runs 2 centers these days. They're gonna get exposed, man.
Oh yeah,
People like LeBron running forward.
You bring Rudy on the perimeter. You see it every time.
Yeah.
Nah,
He was getting baked up by Brian, and Brian
you're
ain't
not gonna be able to play
doing
both of them, bro. Especially in playoffs.
You know what? I'm gonna interest y'all in something just totally far out here. Something so far out here. Y'all remember we had conversations about what's gonna bring back the big man era? What's gonna make the league say, you know what, we need big men?
a good big man.
What is this the tantrum that could do it? I mean, that by far that roster isn't shabby. So I mean, do
Look,
Rudy Gobert add something to that roster? Yes, he does.
he has a little defense, but Cat don't want to be. Cat wants to shoot threes, bro. He wants to shoot. He loves them. He loves the 3. As big as he is, you would think he'd be posting up, and he loves the 3.
Shoot the
He
three.
thinks he's Dirk, and I'm cool with that. That's fine. You gonna be
He's
30.
even said he's the greatest shooting big of all time. He said that.
He said
Yeah, he
that.
said that. Yes.
Yeah, I should let go a 2 minute video ranting on his ass, laughing at his ass.
Yeah,
Like
he
Joel
straight
Embiid
said that,
ain't
bro.
doing this thing. Like it's not a person named Dirk out there who really did
The,
this.
the one-legged step back,
Right, like
fadeaway,
who really like
that's in his
firing
bag.
away.
That's in Cat's bag.
NBA champion.
Right.
And
And
he-
yeah,
and
yeah,
he-
a lot of that.
that.
Let's not forget NBA champion.
But
That's
worst
weird,
of all,
man.
they both 7-footers, but neither one of them got a post game for.
And that's what I was saying. Like I dislike about them. They want to shoot up threes and fall in love with the media. No, bro, get down in that paint.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
man.
know what's
Hey.
funny about that? You know what's funny about that? One guy is a one-way defender, and one guy is a one-way scorer. So if you fuse them together, you have the ultimate center.
That's
There
what
This
the
you
ain't
go.
GM
Dragon
thought.
Ball. This ain't Dragon Ball Z.
That's what the GM thought.
You know what I'm saying? One's flaw gonna show on each end of the court every trip.
You can
Right.
cover up his mistakes. You can cover up his mistakes.
I mean, just
I'm gonna bring
tell
it together.
When you play Golden State and they enter a depth lineup, right? And you
Mhm.
got Draymond at the 5 and Wiggins at the 4. What they gonna do
Nothing.
if Draymond pushing the ball?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. You gonna ran out the gym.
Draymond gonna stop at the top of the key and look for the best passes, and Gobert gonna be up right there at the top of the key, not guarding nobody,
Bruh,
Guard
they gonna get
nobody.
ran out the gym, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
hoping Cat cover up his mistakes on the back end. He's not because he's
Yeah.
no defender.
Facts. JM Nick said KD off Wish, aka Brandon Ingram, is interested in getting traded.
I like it.
KD.
I like it.
Great
KD off
value.
Wish.
Yeah, the Wish version of KD.
I like it.
A poor man's KD, which
The,
is what everybody describes him as, by the
Great
way.
value. Great value.
Great
KD.
value,
There you go.
KD, Brandon Ingram. He's interested to get traded for KD. Really, I think that'd be a good look for
That's
Brandon
the,
Ingram. That people
that's the
think
best package they can get.
And like people think you are valuable enough to be traded for KD. That's a good stock for him, but
I think I think you trade Ingram, a couple picks. You keep McCollum, Zion, because you can't move Zion. You keep McCollum, Zion. You get KD. I think you got a decent team.
okay, now listen, this is Kevin Durant. We ain't talking about decent. Can you win a championship with that screen with that team you just described? Can you?
With KD, Zion, and McCollum,
Yeah, McCullum.
who are the other pieces? So we got a four, we got
We
a
got the
three, a
one
four.
dude stealing the ball, hiding in the corner, stealing the ball all the time.
Yeah,
Jose Alvarado.
Yeah,
yeah.
No,
I really can't think of
they
nobody else.
gotta get point, but they gotta get Rondo out of free
that's what
agency.
you got to get a point. He's not a point. He's like a little Pat Bev type player.
I was Rondo played down there, didn't he?
Yeah,
No,
Yeah, Rondo
he
played
was
down
in no Rondo in Cleveland.
No, I'm saying he played for them at one point in time.
Oh, the Pellet. Oh yeah,
He played
when
with them at
they
one
had
time.
AD
Yeah, so maybe
in
not,
Brooklyn.
bro. Right.
but
Alvarez, yeah. So maybe not.
KD gonna play for Brooklyn this year. There's no, you have to get a superstar back for him.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, he's gonna be in Brooklyn. Nobody wants to hear it.
You know, up and comer star. You need a superstar, a LeBron James, a Steph Curry, a Kawhi Leonard, a superstar in return for Kevin Durant. Anything less, you're taking the L.
See, the
yeah,
problem is to get KD, you're gonna have to gut the roster, and nobody wants to gut the roster for
yeah.
him. For a
Right.
34-year-old injury-prone superstar
We'll sign a 4-year deal.
who signed a
Yeah,
4-year deal, who might say he's unhappy next year and want to leave again, I'm cool.
Yeah. I think we had a point in KD's career where we didn't see the best of him, and he probably has 1 or 2 seasons left where he can be the guy and compete for championships. And being in New Jersey, well Brooklyn, he looked at
One
the
or
man in the
two.
mirror
Ooh.
and said, "Listen,
I ain't gonna say that, man.
no, I'm being honest, Jack. He looked at the man in the mirror and said, you know what? I cannot be the guy
Well,
on a
I think
team like this."
his game gonna translate as he gets older, man. He's big. He's still 7 feet and can shoot. You gonna always need that. Now that handle stuff. Now that's you
Well,
got Kyrie. He don't really need to get his own shot, but he's 7 foot
but
shooter, man. I'm
I
not
feel
gonna
like
say
the league took not the league, the Milwaukee Bucks took KD's best shot last year or 2 years ago. They took his best shot when KD was on the line and that three counted as a two. To me,
oh,
right there, a little bit of KD left right there, a little bit of his soul left right there. You know what I'm saying? That was KD.
KD had a great individual performance.
that was it.
Exactly.
Huh? That was all he
Yeah,
had. Huh? That
that's
was
it. Now since then, I just kind of feel like season after this, bounce out the first round. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
say this. Now that I really look at it, Boston played great defense on him. He didn't want it bad enough for me. Him nor Kyrie didn't want it bad enough. Like you see certain superstars, even though they losing, like they probably gonna lose. I'm going out on my shield. I'm going out getting buckets. It was points in that time he didn't want to dribble the ball. He's
Right.
like, y'all got it.
He wasn't even shooting. Yeah,
He wouldn't even. Yeah, he wouldn't even shoot. He's like, y'all got it, man.
Yeah,
True.
like game 6, I think he had like 30, but he shot like 20 shots. Without
Yeah,
even funny, he's only taking like 10 shots a game.
12. Yeah,
First of the
he
game.
didn't.
Yeah,
I think maybe him and Kyrie maybe been beefing, or I just don't think he wanted it no more.
I agree.
And as the leader of my team, I'm cool, man. You gotta want it. You gotta be that guy. You gotta be a
Right.
killer. Go out shooting, bro.
So, question for y'all: what team? And this is just let's just say that nobody leaves the roster. Nobody leaves the roster. You know that'd be unrealistic. Let's say a team would trade their best player for KD. So if we said like, okay, KD would fit with Miami. Let's assume that their best player is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler would have to leave. You know what I'm saying? What team would benefit from trading their best player for KD right now today?
Benefit.
Well, damn near every team would. There's a few.
Which one would benefit the most?
Well, I'm saying he gonna gut the roster wherever he goes. So whoever he think he about to play with, he ain't gonna be
Right.
playing with him.
So just assume they're trading the best player on their team. Just assume that.
Okay, I go. Dallas.
Dallas. Go wait, Luca.
Yeah, give away that overrated forward.
You know what? I can agree, but they would never do that.
They got good pieces around them.
They would never do that though. I agree. He makes them better, but they will never do that.
But Dallas, like I say, bro, not to be funny, man, but Dallas is known for having a great white hope. Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Sean Bradley. They're not giving away Luka.
He's young though. He's what, 24?
Yeah, he is young.
Well, the purpose of the exercise wasn't so. We're saying the best player because let's assume they got to give away a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like any team that trades for KD, they're not going to be the same team they were last year.
They're not going to be good.
Well, Dallas has all the pieces that can play around KD. Is my point. That's why I said Dallas.
Yeah. Right. See, my thing is wherever he goes, they're not going to be good. That's why he needs to stay in Brooklyn because the Brooklyn Nets are asking for too much. So wherever you go, whoever you think you about to play with is not, you're not playing with them.
So this is more like a fancy question. It seems like where you swap superstar for superstar.
Well, not so. Well, yeah, I'm gonna call it a fancy question though, because it was just what team do y'all think would benefit the most? Like,
right? There's not many teams that can take them.
The Knicks.
But who would they swap for him? Julius Randle,
RJ. Yeah, RJ.
Obi Toppin.
What's the Bronson? They just got they can't trade.
No,
Cleveland. Sexton, is he still there?
Yeah.
What's that?
He's still there on the rookie they got. What's his name? Jay.
You ain't swapping Brian. You ain't swapping Brian.
Yeah, nope.
You ain't swapping Showing Up Leonard.
Nope.
Nope. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna agree with KM right here. I think the best trade option went out the window. That Suns move was the best move.
Yeah.
And that DeAndre Ayton thing really dug a hole in them. So I'm gonna say this: KD and Kyrie both stay on Brooklyn roster at least for another year. Through the playoff next year, they really get solid. All the blasphemy that they've been under, your turn, my turn. You go get 50, I go get 50. I think this season right here, Steve Nash go get help, and he makes them boys play as a team.
Man,
I was gonna say realistically, Kyrie can be moved at some point, but at the point is he's making $36 million, and that's a lot of money for a guard for 1 year, and you know he leaving. You know he leaving after next year. So it's you can make the trade because they can deem him as toxic or a locker room cancer, whatever the case may be. But who wants to take him? Nobody really wants to take Kyrie except the Lakers, and they know you got to get rid of him. So Lakers playing hardball with that. So they probably gonna both.
They don't want that cancer. Like Brooklyn don't want Russ.
Well, yeah.
That's the thing. They don't want Russ. They'll take Russ. Okay, we can make something work out, but they don't want to take Russ.
The only good thing about Russ, he always available.
Yeah.
Always ready to play, boy.
He always ready to play. He don't get hurt. He gonna be there to get him.
I think Russ gonna have a great year this year, though. I think he gonna bounce back. I think Russ gonna have a great. I think he'll win Most Improved Player this year.
What? I hope so.
That's my bold prediction.
I hope so. I
think the Nets are gonna have a terrible year. And I predict that the Celtics are going back to the NBA Finals to represent the East. This on the simple fact that they added Brogdon and Gallinari, and they kept Robert Williams. He's going to be healthy this year. Kept Tatum, bringing back Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart will split duties with Brogdon. I think they're going to be lethal.
I'm not totally sold yet. I still like Miami, Milwaukee, and Boston is my top three in the East. I want to see a healthy matchup. That's my thing. Give me Milwaukee and Celtics healthy with your best five versus my best five. I don't like the Milton was hurt, Tyler Hero. I don't like the people getting hurt stuff because it cheats us as the fans because you never really know who the better team. I mean,
I'm a Clipper fan. Tell me about it, bro. Going way back to Lob City with broke ankle Chris Paul and Blake. I know the feeling.
I'm with you.
But that's a part of the game.
I felt those teams were robbed out of their greatness due to injuries. Every time, Blake would get hurt. Then Chris Paul stayed hurt and played. Like, we never got to see that matchup.
Bold prediction, bro. Bold prediction right here. If we don't get hurt, we stop the whole Warriors dynasty from going. We was at their next, but they got off the ground, bro. We was loaded, bro. JJ Redick, Jamal Crawford.
Oh, yeah.
Blake Griffin. DeAndre Jordan was jumping out the sky.
No, they underachieved. No, I'm with you.
Come on, bro.
They underachieved.
Come on, bro. We was on the Warriors' neck. We was their rival.
They underachieved.
Don't y'all remember?
Because the Spurs were aging. Lakers was no longer relevant at that time. It was Lob City.
Yeah.
And they just underachieved for injuries and coaching.
It's all going to come to fruition this year, bro. Don't worry.
We're wishing y'all the best. I
I
agree with what KM said.
I
That I
want to
want everybody to
see.
be healthy, but
I,
no. I don't think the Celtics going back, bro. I'm really, 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 really giving that to the 76ers. James Harden, he knows his role. Maxey balled out the gym. Joel Embiid is only getting better and better. So I'm giving the East to the 76ers.
mm,
Yeah.
That's a
And,
good one.
and
Did they
then and
sign the
then
right song?
well
I
no they
think
didn't. They didn't. And then in the West, of course, I mean, I'm be honest, y'all in the West. I really just feel like not Dirk, but Luca was one big man away. You know what I'm saying, from getting where he need to be after knocking off the Suns. I mean, obviously he built for it.
they
He's the
got him
last
now.
player.
They got old boy from the Rockets, Christian Wood. They got
Right.
their savior.
Exactly. So I'm like, he was one big man away, and that's the first thing they addressed. So I'm giving that back to the. I'm
Did
giving that
you
to
just say Christian Wood?
He said Christian Wood's the savior,
yeah.
He
man.
That's a
was
guy.
in
That's
the
a guy.
team league 2 days ago. And you better come and make them a championship organization?
Christian Wood,
Mm.
man. That's
Hold
the
on.
one.
The chat said Jim Nick said I don't know who this is. Y'all got to help me with this. Who is Mac McLung? Mac McLung.
Oh,
Been who?
he was on the Lakers G League squad, white boy last year. He's actually pretty decent. They just
Yeah.
didn't. They never played him for whatever reason.
And then we
But
have
he's decent.
DGX in here. He said, "Watch my young pales is enough in the West." No, but they come into play. What you mean by that? You
Yeah,
said you mean like
Zion.
you okay? You said watching they're enough to do what in the West though? Like you think they make it into the
You know
playoffs
what?
or what?
In order for the Pelicans to be really good, they gotta let Zion run point. You heard it here first. They let Zion run the point, their whole offense open up. It's kind of LeBron-esque type of point how he would play it, but
Hmm.
I promise you it will work. What
Mm.
you got? What you got
Go.
for a 280-pound PG running full force down
Another
court, bro? Tell me what you got for him,
thing.
You're
and
right.
he can jump over your head. Tell me what you got for
We don't know what kind of shape he in.
I'm gonna say, bro, he got to come back first and do all that. You know,
him.
he
I
been hurt
seen
with
the
with the.
pictures of his arms. It might be CGI. He looked like he been lifting, man. You know what I'm
Shout
saying?
out
Hey, I'm open. I'm
He
open.
looked like Jax off Mortal Kombat. I don't know, man.
I'm open. Come on, man. Let's ball.
15,000 views, bro. Shout out to our real.
You
A
know
little
what?
short.
Oh
Our
yeah,
Short.
short.
Oh yeah, man.
hey,
Shout out to the content. You know, we got a whole team of content creators here. Go Fly and Cam myself. You know, but every once in a while, experience wins. You know what I'm saying? Experience
this
wins.
guy.
You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
can't even say nothing on them. Look, it's like a 5 second short. And man, okay, dude.
There we
All
go.
right.
That's
There
all
we
we
go.
needed. That's all the streets
All right.
needed. Huh?
Yeah. When they seen it, they went crazy. 15,000 views. Like, whoa, Zion, look at him.
It's
I know it.
him. It's
Y'all need
him.
to see this. Y'all
Ain't no
needed
way.
this.
Ain't no
Needed
way.
this. All right, so
Shout out
let
to
me
the
ask y'all this. Oh yeah, bet. Yeah, shout out to the 6 people in the stream, man. Make sure everybody drop a W on the stream. Let us know you heard. Um,
yeah.
so now that we know where we think that he would make the immediate impact, what do y'all think is gonna happen here? Are they gonna trade him? Or are they gonna keep him? On you, KM.
I think
Move your camera like more up in front. Now I'm looking up on your chin again.
it's under my chin.
Yeah, there you go. Get like there we go. A little 45-degree angle right there. There we go.
A little better. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not at the crib, so I gotta
Make it work. Bro. I
gotta
got you.
make it work. You know what I'm saying? How about that?
That look good right there.
All right. See if that'll work. But I think they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to settle for peanuts for KD because I think he's gonna raise enough issues to where they're gonna have to trade him and it becomes toxic to the organization. But what they're looking to get is not out there, and they're not gonna get. Of course, you're not gonna replace KD as a talent. You're not getting a superstar for because it's not out there. He's one of one. But I think they're gonna eventually trade him, and they're gonna have to take peanuts when they get him for the trade. Unfortunately, I don't see how they start the season with two guys that really don't want to be there, and I don't see how that doesn't rub off on the other teammates. Because why would I want to run with you as a teammate, and I know you ain't really trying to give it your all. You want to be here.
True.
Mm.
True.
So I
So
think
you think they gonna trade him? They just gonna take a lesser trade.
they're gonna have to because the market's dried up for them. That Phoenix trade was the best thing they had, and then Ayton took the bag. And when Ayton took the bag, Suns was like, we need a center. We'll match.
Ah, dang, nobody else. We guess
Nobody
we keep
else.
out here. They fly on you.
I think what's gonna happen is bold prediction of mine. My sources have told me that it's going to be a trade coming soon. I talked to Woj, and we compared our sources. It's going to be a Kevin Durant, Kyrie for Russ and AD trade.
Ooh.
Yes, it's
And
going down. KD and Kyrie going to LA, seeing LeBron.
and restore the Lakers back to prominence. Ooh.
Just so they
Then
can
I
get
think
that.
about that
Just so they
trade.
can get sprayed by the Clippers again.
What I said with that trade is, in a perfect
Yeah.
world, the numbers are off, but in a perfect world, that'd be great.
You asked me a question, I answered, sir. Go
Thank
ahead.
you.
And I didn't wrong I said, but in a perfect world, that goes down. My answer to this, and really, really keep on this, right?
Damn.
I think people are
Yeah.
caught up in it now. I think the issue, I mean, the answer to the issue is already in Brooklyn. It just hasn't played. He hasn't played yet.
Ben
Mm.
Simmons.
I think Ben Simmons is the piece that the reason we leave, we can't do this, we can't do this and the third. I think when they step on that court with Ben Simmons and he get the facilitating for them,
Go ahead.
I'm telling you, he get the facilitating for them, throwing that ball around, dotting up KD, getting rebound, playing point guard, so Kyrie can just get buckets.
Mm.
I think everybody gonna have a different look on this thing, and I
You know,
think if they make it to that first game and Kyrie and KD are still there,
Right.
they'll at least make it to the conference finals.
I'll say this: if they go on a
Conference
streak,
finals.
I'll
Wow.
say if they go on a streak at the beginning of the season, like you said, let's say everybody come back right, not healthy. I mean, everybody come right healthy, and they do all play together, and they go on like a winning streak. Winning cures everything.
Here you
So
go.
Kyrie
let's
said he don't care
say
about winning.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He don't
He
mean that.
said it. Why would I pay my money and sign him if he don't give a shit about winning? I'm not in the business to lose. It's basketball. There's a winner and there's a loser. I don't know what part of the world is flat. All this Indian reservation shit he be on. The dude is weird, bro.
Indian resident.
Kyrie is extremely
He,
fucking
he
weird,
did
bro.
say he's a
Like,
Native American.
I don't know who on
Yeah.
his team ain't gonna tell him, like, bro, you need to shut the fuck up and hoop, bro. Like, you weird.
Right.
You pissing away your prime, my boy.
He is too. Dude, can we take a second to talk about this? Hold on, real fast. Can we shout out to that boy BKL in the stream? What up,
What
my
up,
boy?
BKL?
What up,
BKL,
BKL,
they
my
won
boy?
they won mine.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Yeah, man.
no,
Real
that
one
was
right there.
Tennille.
Tennille.
Yeah,
To
Shout
Neil.
out to BKL though. He was,
Yeah, what
he
up,
was,
boy?
he was one of the day ones too.
I know this wasn't on the board here, but let's talk about that.
Okay.
KD's and Kyrie primes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So far as what were they doing? For instance, Kyrie didn't play a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? He's missing old deck games and pushing the number wise where he could have ended up like as he get up playing scoring and whatnot,
Right.
whatnot. Do they think
Uh,
do they think about stuff like that? Like when it's said and done, where my name is gonna be it?
I think KD does, but Kyrie said on numerous occasions, it's bigger, it's more important stuff to me than basketball. So
Yeah, he has. He has.
no,
He has.
no, they don't think about that.
Yeah, think
They
about that.
selfish. They
So it's
selfish. They don't
so
care about the game.
yeah. And you know what? And I think that's a big thing that the Nets have on their side. Is the point I'm about to make with that. I think KD wants to be when it's all said and done, he wants to be looked at as a great. You know what I'm saying? So if they do keep him, he's gonna play regardless. He's
yeah,
gonna go out there
I
and
think. Go ahead.
all right. I'm gonna say I'm about to overreact here, but I'm gonna watch this, bro. Watch this escalate here. He's gonna go out there and put on a show regardless because his numbers are his numbers, and that's all he care about. Not all he care about, but I'm saying that's gonna help him feel good and rise his stock to the next level. Unlike Kyrie. But I'm thinking if they just get KD back and they start winning and Ben Simmons come back, Ben Simmons playing, they win 10, 15 games, which is, let's be honest here, the East is not the most competitive division. So we're looking at maybe top three off the rip, right? You know what I'm saying? You got the Bucks, you got uh the 76ers stay hurt, you got the Bulls who playing well. So we could probably put on like top three, four automatically just on paper. Just that team. So we get those guys back. just play it out and see how it go, they'll stay. You got a baller in KD who wants to be known as the great. He start 30-point games, 40-point games, 50-point games. They winning. Hold on, bro. This shit ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big reason behind what I believe the logic I have. They saying I want to lose because you gotta remember in his mind, he just got done put in the excuse me, just got done put in the box. That's the last thing that happened to him. You know what I'm saying? He went down the slide and fell the slide. You like, I don't want to ride that slide no more. At least not this particular one.
He said, "Get your hands off me."
You know what I'm saying? That's still in his mind. He looked at Ben Simmons and said, "This motherfucker ain't wearing Hawaiian shirts. He's not interested in playing. Get me out of here." And then you got Kyrie just being a drama queen. You know what I'm saying? It's off season right now. Let's get past off season. Let's get to when the ball start hitting the court. Let's get the competitive natures out. And I think then that first game of the season, the first 10, the KO merge, that win streak start happening. Then it's like, hold on, bro, we got something. Or they start trading. Or they start trading, like not like Kyrie or whatnot, but they start moving pieces around and they start seeing the way people playing. Like, hold on, bro, we got something here.
Oh, they got TJ Warren.
Why
Great
do you
value.
say why you say like they had somebody?
Hey, let me just say that anything in the bubble was fraud.
The bubble guy.
Hey, I'm gonna say relax, bro. That ring count like any other ring.
I was gonna say it counts, man. Had your team won, you wouldn't be saying it.
You wouldn't be saying that. That when Dwight got his.
But they didn't. But they didn't.
No, because they didn't want to win.
No, I would have said it's the asterisk next to it, honestly.
And you know what? Your team robbed us of good basketball because y'all was supposed to beat Denver. And you know what? Y'all was up on Denver 3-1. You know what?
That's what we're gonna talk about. We need to talk about that. Hold on, real quick. Let me go to the chat real fast.
It's amazing how they didn't want to.
There's a lot of accusations. I'm not allowed to respond to none of this. Go ahead, John.
It's amazing how they didn't want to be there, but they was winning 3-1. It was cool when
mental health is real. One of our superstars has mental health issues.
I could tell by the way the ball was hitting off the backboard. So,
and then show you how screwed up society is. They trolled him for it and called him pandemic P, pussy P, all type of stuff.
Hold on, this is from the chat. Hold on real fast, boys. I'm gonna let y'all get to this. Let me do this real fast. Say, look, I don't know how I feel when the Nets don't need them. If there's no trade in this year, what are they going to do? Are they going to sign them back or better look next year? That's a really good question. I feel like we just conversed about that. Kyrie's still on a 4-year, not Kyrie. KD is still on a 4-year contract, so it's not like they have to get rid of him.
No, KD,
you know what I'm saying? They don't have to get rid of him.
KD stuck.
Yeah, and then Kyrie,
they can let him sit.
They can let him sit. But that's what I was just addressing. KD wouldn't do that because he cares about his legacy. Kyrie is sit.
Whoa! Now I'll let you slide with that once. You said it again. You said KD cares about his legacy.
Yeah.
No,
that statement in itself is completely false.
No, he doesn't.
A guy who goes to a 7-3-9 team does not give a damn about his legacy. Let me start there.
What do you say? Let me start there. Died in 2016.
Okay, then on top of that, he had an easy streak was on Steph on Wardell's team. Then he goes to Brooklyn and plays buddy ball again, as I like to call it. Gets all the gang together, and he sells again. So let's put KD right next to Gilbert Arenas. He's a great scorer.
Ooh.
Okay, so let me elaborate on this. What I mean by don't care about his legacy. Let me ask y'all this. Let me add both question to the Let's Overreact panel.
All right, am I right? I'm cooking. Go ahead.
No, you sounded really good saying it. But I just want to ask this. If KD doesn't win a ring, how affected is his legacy of being declared as one of the greats?
He's gonna be looked at as Tracy McGrady 2.0.
So
KD's rings are meaningless.
To whom? The league or the world conversation?
His rings are just as valuable as LeBron rings in Miami. You can go to a local carnival, right? Get 2 quarters, put them in the little machine, twist it counterclockwise, and get the same rings that KD and LeBron got.
Bron didn't earn those rings.
It's the same rings. You know why? Because those rings weren't earned. They weren't earned.
Why
there was no integrity. There was no integrity in them.
I remember the ring on the Spurs where Kawhi missed that free throw. Kawhi Leonard went to the free throw line and missed.
Kawhi was a baby.
Yeah. I remember that
same game. He could have sealed. He could have won a ring that game.
Are you referring to the game where LeBron had 2 crucial turnovers within the last 4 minutes and Ray Allen saved his legacy?
He had 16 points in the fourth quarter, brother. It looks like
that was a coaching flaw on Greg Popovich, but benching Tim Duncan.
Hey, man. Hey.
You gotta take the
He's
good with
supposed
the
to be one of the
bad.
greatest coaches of all
Again,
time, not me.
again.
And your
These,
guy was at the free throw line. They call them free throws. He
mm-hmm.
could have freely threw that ball in the bucket.
Right. Okay. Now tell
it.
it. Okay. Now watch this. Watch this, everybody. Watch this. For the 6 people in the stream, watch this. Tell the round 2 matchup when they played. Tell what happened.
We lost.
Good.
We lost.
What? You ain't just lose. Oh,
we lost.
That's a little light. That's really light. I believe somebody stopped playing.
And I interest you in the facts. The largest margin in NBA Finals history.
The Spurs couldn't miss.
The Spurs played the Heat and beat the sleeves off of them.
Danny Green decided to hit 8 3-pointers every game. I mean, what?
They beat them bad. They beat them down so bad. Pat Riley's perm sweated out. It was bad. You know, he got a slick back. It was all over. He looked like Marv from Home Alone when he got executed. Ah! You remember that shit? Yes.
I remember that series.
Hey, you said he looked like Doc Back to the Future?
Marv.
He referring to when the air conditioning went out in the Spurs arena. He's referring to when the air conditioning went out to the Spurs arena. They had to call halftime. My boy Brian caught a cramp. That was a Brian Cramp game.
Okay.
It was a little hot. It was a little hot there, man.
Listen, I'm not trying to get on LeBron. We got a topic on LeBron later, but LeBron has some tragic, epic fails in his career, bro. Let's not get started. Y'all go, boy.
He has 2 blemishes. That's it, man. 2.
Damn. So no final losses. Those don't count.
2011, he lost to the Mavs. Blemish. 2013, lost to the Spurs. Blemish. Name me the other series where he was supposed to be there and win. Name it.
He did get swept in the finals.
Was he supposed to win?
Losing.
It,
so it's only a blemish.
Was he supposed to win in 07 against the Spurs against Manu, Timmy, and what's Tony? Was
so
he supposed
it's
to win
only a
07?
blemish if he was the under.
No.
If he
was not supposed to win. Okay, cool. Against the Golden
the series a game. I mean, Bubba Chuck got us one against the Lakers.
22-year-old Brown against the legendary Spurs. Man, what you want from him? What was he supposed to do with Mo Williams?
AI carried Dikembe Mutombo and Derek Coleman, Eric Snow, and got one against
he got a win.
He got one. And he stepped over Ty Lue.
Brian couldn't
iconic.
He
AI had to do nothing else. He got one.
They built the wall. They built the wall in 07. Brian couldn't shoot. What's the coach in the Spurs? What's the Popovich was saying? Let him shoot. And Brian was clanking. No help, clanking. Okay, cool. He wasn't supposed to win that. That's fine. He came back, got his jump shot.
So hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. That it's okay to lose the NBA Finals if you are the underdog. Is what you're saying?
Yes, you're not supposed to be there. No way.
Nah, my boy. No, my boy.
Never acceptable. It's any given series, bro.
No, man.
And I know a guy. I know a guy that went in underdog.
So it's cool. So he's supposed to be Golden State both years. Yes. Yes.
LeBron James.
Name me a guy that can say they got a ring off Steph and LeBron. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Why do we praise the Claw for that win, right? But you down.
Why the best player in the NBA?
Let me you down KD for going to the Warriors. But the Claw went to a team that had 50 wins already. And you praise that move, though. That's not an asterisk by that ring. But it's the asterisk by KD ring.
Let me know when I can respond. Go ahead.
No, it's you. I asked my question.
You said the Claw went to a team that won 50 wins. That got 50 wins.
Yeah.
Who were being owned by LeBron every year.
Yeah.
The baby Raptors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who couldn't get over the hump, right?
Yeah.
What did they win? With those wins? What did they achieve?
A first round exit by the King.
Okay. So they needed the guy.
Right.
Weapon X.
Now I agree. They didn't have
who has a special set of skills. You know, it's got to show. It kind of show the difference between DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi. You see, DeMar can get the braids all he wants, but he ain't that guy.
No, look,
he ain't that guy. See, I know a guy who plays on both ends. He plays both ends of the court, bro. Who slowed down? I didn't say lock down LeBron. Slowed down LeBron, bro. He looked at Miami Heat big three in the eye. And he took him down. He looked Steph Curry in the eye. Unanimous MVP, 2-time MVP. Head up. He said, "You know, I got you, Jack. I killed one dynasty. I'm gonna spin the block and kill another one." I know a guy, bro, and there's too much Kawhi disrespect going on. Where everybody talking about these great players, you forget about the greatest of them all.
You know why we forget? Because he ain't never playing.
Everybody able.
I ain't gonna lie, I be mad at Kawhi too.
He robbed us of some good series.
I ain't mad at Kawhi too.
We supposed to been seeing him versus
but
the
you know what though?
Lakers.
I'm gonna say this though. I think because the absence of Kawhi, we got to see some really good ball from Paul George. I'll tell you that. Cause Paul George, he been unbelievable.
Man,
that man been unbelievable.
He look like PG in Indiana.
Yeah, that dude's special.
I want them together. Stop robbing me. Stop teasing. Stop teasing me. I want the whole load.
You want the whole load.
Y'all really act like I won just in the playoffs a year and a half ago, playing against Luka, playing against the Jazz. Y'all act like he wasn't in the playoffs and you ain't see what the Clippers were. That ring Giannis got was ours. Because you know what Giannis do when he see old Claw on the court. He fold up. He fold up like a laundry like a little laundry basket at the laundromat. He fold up.
Giannis said he walk over that wall now, man. It's over.
There's a video of when Kawhi played on the Spurs and LeBron was at the free throw line. He saw Kawhi come in. He was like, "Fuck."
You see that?
You see that?
Yeah, he looked like he saw Duke. Oh, anybody but him, bro.
That guy with the braids, that sweaty. Fuck.
He said, "Oh, here he comes."
Ended his whole night. Dang, man.
Man, I'm just saying, you don't win a 2-time MVP Defensive Player of the Year, which I know that's something Dwight has done. I think he won 3, but Kawhi won it as a forward, as a 3/2. You know what I'm saying? It's something to be commended. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to see.
You got to see.
I just want to see him.
Oh, you will. You will. Why he's not doing Drake videos? He's been working out.
I just want to see him. Videos. All this LA is mine stuff. Well, show it against the get there to get to the play. I want to see the best. He just he keeps robbing me.
Brings us to our next point. Let's talk about the other guy.
I'm about to say, since you want to see something, did y'all check out LeBron James, boy, GOAT James,
the GOAT James,
in the Drew League? How would y'all rate his performance over there?
Oh my God.
You know what? I feel like Brian been practicing in the gym and wanted some test dummies to show it out on, man. And he went to the Drew League and just was throwing up buckets for the fans, man.
Give him the league. Give him the little man what they want.
Yeah,
first, what is the Drew League? Let me start there. I don't know the Drew League. What is the Drew League? Like, what is that? Who is Drew? How he get his own league?
Who's Drew? It was started. It's in LA. It's like it's kind of like a rec pro-am thing, for the real, former NBA players come back, current guys, people that are nice about they come in the league and hoop over the summer. Okay. And it attracts celebrities and NBA players alike. It used to be really hot back around 2012, 2013 when all the NBA players used to play a lot. Then over the last couple of years, kind of simmered down when B+ players, C+ players are being there playing. Nobody really gave a damn. But it was a time where like Chris Brown, the game would do it. Like it would be a big thing. So it's been a while since they had a guy of LeBron's clout to come and bless them with his presence, and he came and showed the hood some love, man.
Hey, what's up, man? Last reports I seen on LeBron playing, right? And I'm just gonna say this. Because LeBron the GOAT, bro, we overlook a lot of things. But some things at the end of the day, bro, we just gotta see when we see it, say, listen, that's just LeBron. And one thing LeBron showed us, no matter how big the moment is, if that ball is in his hand down the stretch and he gotta go to the free throw line, he ain't gonna make them. It's not going in. And LeBron even showed us that right now in the Drew League. Countless situations, not countless. I think it was one game they played or one night he missed like the free throws supposed to take him over into overtime. He missed them. I think at this point in LeBron's career, we need to say, listen, and this is why I think him and Kyrie went so well together. Because you know what? Situation like this, somebody got to make the big shot, and somebody you gotta have a killer the ball in your hand, making the big shot and make the right play, and then put it on them. LeBron never been that guy. Even in the Drew League, he still suffer from it, not being that guy itis. So I think to get LeBron James that championship, he will have to get with Kyrie again so they can do it again. Because he's showing us, listen, bro, I'm not that dude. I can get you 30, I can get you 40. But when the game is on the line, I will never call my number, and if you call my number, I'm gonna call somebody else's number and say it's the right basketball play. And that's what LeBron showed me in the Drew League.
The same LeBron that has the most buzzer beaters in NBA history.
Yep. Now, reverse that. Were those the most buzzer beaters in the finals? Because they could have used some of them.
Well, let me
the most buzzer beaters in playoff history. Too. I'm sorry.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here and give my take on it real quick.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I saw that. I had a lot of thoughts about it. I really, the first thing I thought was it's really a cry for help. LeBron going there just shows how desperate he is to win over Laker Nation. He will never be accepted as a real Laker. If you can recall, I think it was 2010. Kobe went there and played, hit the buzzer beater. James Harden was guarding him in that game. Kobe had over 40 points. But from the highlights that I saw, LeBron was playing against pizza delivery drivers, UPS guys, male nurses. Things of that nature.
T-Mobile man.
I wasn't impressed whatsoever. I thought he looked a little slow, maybe a little sluggish. He definitely looked aged. I saw the box score of his 3-point percentage. It was ass. So I just wasn't impressed, man. I wasn't impressed. I really think he should have been working with AD, the guy who ain't shot the ball since last time they had a Lakers game. What do you say, November? When last time he shot the ball? AD? He should be working around with him instead of trying to do a publicity stunt to get some support going into this failed Lakers season. So I saw through the BS. It was all for publicity and likes and clicks and views. This is what LeBron does. This is what he's good at. I wasn't impressed with him playing against some guys 2 years out of high school.
Bro, like the stuff you said about LeBron, bro, it's just.
What did he must have had an autograph of him like Brian signed it.
You're a critic.
What?
Slapped it out your hand.
Where did I lie?
Like 12, he slapped it out your hand.
really no lies detected. And you know what, bro? I like to take because really somebody got to stand up to this. Say, listen, bro, we see what you're doing here. It's not that you could be doing something else with your time.
You distracting us,
right?
From what? Ain't no hooping going on.
He needs to get AD together. He the money. He the meal ticket.
That's not Brian's job.
In that bubble, it was AD that was the driving force.
That's fine, but that's not Brian's job.
He the leader.
Yo, BKL said in the chat. He said, "Okay, I don't know where did I hear that, but." you heard that here first, boy. That's a hot take. You know what I'm saying? Look over that podcast.
Hey, somebody clipped it. Yeah, bro. But LeBron, hopefully he have a better season than he did last year. He scored a bunch of meaningless buckets. Really got him nowhere.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm saying. To make my point, help me make my point. That's what I'm saying. Like they weren't making it to no finals, but he averaged like 37 points a game. Now, if they were going somewhere and needed those 37 points to make it in the playoffs, they wouldn't have been there.
The days of LeBron uplifting everyone to win is over.
Right.
He needs help. And AD Mr. Glass is just
too soft. At 38, he does need help. He does need help.
38 in basketball, if nobody know on the stream, that's at least about 60. Like it's not over for you. You can still play, but you pushing the end.
He's at the end. Yeah, no. Yeah. And unfortunately, he thought he had a PG to help, bring the ball up the court, facilitate a little bit. He thought he had this. But what he had was fool's gold. He thought he had a top 5.
Now let's
he thought he had a top 5 teammate. No. He thought he had a top 5 teammate.
We're not gonna do Russ like that.
But he was never there. Oh no.
You don't do Russ like what? Russ been doing himself.
We're gonna do Russ like that.
Right, what you mean? Russ showed us.
Russ is a top 10 point guard today.
Russ is a top. I bought it.
Russ, you can't name me 10 point guards better.
Can't hear not have it. Oh my God!
You can't name me 10 point guards better than Russell Westbrook. The problem with Russell Westbrook is he's in a bad situation with a ball dominant diva in LeBron James. That's his issue. You need to let Russ be Russ. Get that rock up. You talk about how Russ ain't shoot. Well, damn it, last time I checked, LeBron ain't either. And last time I checked, the face of the league and the franchise, LeBron. LeBron got to make that work. LeBron wanted all them pieces. He put it all together. LeBron's the GM.
I seen Bron stand in the corner a couple of times, and Russ just, go up in the air and fumble and bumble and twist and fumble it, and the ball ends up in a turnover.
Do we know if he was injured? He could have been injured.
No. Russ don't get injured.
He plays through injuries. He don't talk about it because he's tough. He's from Crenshaw.
I want to say about Russ being top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10
I'm gonna
what?
say it's a reach. It's a reach. He'll be in top 10.
Yeah.
And it's a top
Okay.
10 more because of his past, not because we did
Uh-huh.
last year. The triple doubles, I mean, let's be honest, Russ has won nothing. He has
He
won
he
absolutely nothing.
wasn't a top 10 dunker last year. He
Whoa.
wasn't a top 10 layup
Nothing.
guy last year. He
Russ was a
wasn't a
former
top 10
MVP.
assister.
We just said we don't care about MVP.
He led the league in assists multiple times.
He also led in turnovers. We talk about that.
What has he done for
He
you
is
lately?
the all-time leader in triple doubles.
Yes,
That's
he is.
cool. I mean,
He's the only player ever to average triple double more than 2 seasons.
what did he do last year?
I say off of last year. Like,
What he do last year? He
no,
played for a bad team with a bad coach,
so because you
with
play
bad
for,
leadership.
He
play for a bad team,
led the
bad-
team. He
he
led
could
the
get
league
one
in
of the-
assists before. He almost led the league in
Oh,
turnovers.
CP3 could get OKC into the first round,
So did Russ.
but he couldn't do it in
Russ
LA.
Russ got them in the playoffs.
He did, but he couldn't get LA in the playoffs with his greatness.
It ain't Russ' team.
I heard that. He played more games than anybody else on the team. I mean, anybody else on the roster. Well,
did.
not anybody else on the roster.
'Cause he
played more
durable.
games than LeBron and AD.
So the
'Cause
team
he
felt
durable.
So the team felt
Like
his
DGX
impact more.
said, "Oh, street clothes can't stay healthy."
Look, at the end of the day, Russ is a top 75 all time.
Don't get me
Let's
fucking
put
started
some
on that
respect.
list.
Put some respect on his name, bro. Number one. Number two, Russ is a stat machine. He needs the ball.
Actually, the tape
needs the
shows
ball.
me he needs the ball less. The tape shows me he needs the ball less.
Going to the stream real fast. Shout out to Daytime 90 stream, boy. Shout out to Daytime. Matter of fact, shout out to the 7 people we got watching. Really appreciate all you goats, man. Bah. Really quick for y'all. Shout out to Daytime. Shout out to BKL. Shout out to DGX. We get caught up on the stream right here. Daytime
Yeah.
said, "Don't talk about the king like that." He talking about LeBron. Said he's gonna report the stream. We talk about LeBron.
Hey
The
man,
king of what?
the king.
Then,
king of what? The king of Ohio?
LO dang.
Well, that too.
Then Daytime said Russ is the king of stat paddling. Then DGA says
No.
Russ is a Hall of Famer. He is for sure.
I mean, he is.
First ballot.
Yeah,
Hands
he
down.
is.
He's a top 10, might be top 7 point guard in the league.
I heard a
Top
guy
7?
once say you have to update your resume. And the last resume I seen from Russell Westbrook showed he was second in the league in turnovers.
Hey,
He was
can I
leading
answer?
it.
But
until-
originally
I-
he became second because he set out those games.
Yeah, I
and
know.
let
He-
Trey
he-
take
You
it.
know,
He
it's
let them-
funny. It's funny how we talk about Russ, right? This is the same conversation that you guys had for Pandemic P. Remember that? And remember how he bounced back? I'm
Yes.
telling you now that Russ is going to bounce back and have a great year. And I want to rewind. We want to do a throwback Thursday and look at these clips of all this
I'ma tell you-
down talk. Y'all talk about Russ. You know what I'm saying?
You know
I
what?
would
First of
love-
all, I
I would
want
love
both
to
of
see
them. This is blasphemy.
No, I would love to
Let's
see him come
overreact channel right here. One thing we would never do on God's green earth is compare Russ and PG. We talking two caliber superstars, two different calibers. What PG accomplished, you know, and the reason we can't step on PG is because
You can't say with a straight face. Go
No,
ahead.
know
no,
what?
no. This is a straight face.
I can't do that because
He's laughing while he's saying that BS, bro. You know he wasn't
I was gonna say-
No, PG is a GOAT, bro.
Listen,
PG got hurt. Russ can play for
Wait,
everybody.
whoa,
No.
Oh, time out.
Let me
We
kill that
don't
argument.
need you over here. We
Let
don't
me
need
kill
you
that
over here.
argument.
Stay over there.
Do you know who PG had? PG had his best season. You know who his point guard was? Let me get you together real quick.
Who?
Russell Westbrook.
That was his best season. And okay,
Look-
his
look-
MVP season, right?
Look it
MVP
up.
season, right?
Look it
You're
up.
right.
Look it
You're right.
up.
MVP season.
Because
You're right.
Russ had the ball. He can't have it with Brian. Oh no.
Well, you
Oh
know,
no, not Mr. Clutch Sports.
Well, you know, Russ coming.
Not Mr. I Wish School. I promise.
I see you throw 4 turnovers. I'm gonna come take that ball from you too. You ain't gonna touch it.
You gotta let Russ play, man. He's a type of player where he's got to get a feel for the game,
Russ is
and he
reckless.
needs to get comfortable.
Nah,
Russ
man,
play
nah.
100 miles per hour. He the guy you want in the foxhole with you if you go on the war.
Yeah, he 100 miles. He need to drop it down to 75 and do the speed limit.
All right, from
I'm
turnover, boy. We gotta do something better on
Why don't
turnovers.
Laker fans get his shit to AD? His soft ass don't play.
I'm gonna say because he ain't there on the court, they can't criticize him. He's not there.
At least Russ trying.
They gotta criticize AD clothes. Man, he wearing Versace and Gucci together. No, don't.
Street
why they
clothes.
wanna play?
Street clothes.
Yeah,
Street
that's
clothes,
This shit
Davis.
lit, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm asking one more question. After that, we'll bring things to an end. And I just need to know flat out, just answer, boom. Flat out answer, no rebuttal from nobody. Flat answer. Next season, where is Russ playing?
LA.
What? Where he's under contract? You got one more year left in LA, man. The better question would be is where you gonna play after next year.
Hey, you know your contract's ridiculous when they refer to it by other names. They call this thing an albatross.
say Russ can't go nowhere. Nobody wants that contract. Like,
1 million?
Well, he was giving that money when he was in MVP form, though. So people laugh about it, but he got that deal. He was balling, man.
He was.
Shout out to Russ getting that bag,
It
boy.
just looks foolish 2 years, 3 years later.
Right, he picked up the contract. He picked up the option to play option to get
Man,
his back.
Again, they talking about Russ. Lakers got done paying Luau Deng. They paying Luau Deng for like 10 years, wasn't it?
Right, he held him in ransom, bro.
He barely played any games ever, and he got a bag off the Lakers.
Yeah, that's it.
Luau Deng,
really quick.
He the real thief.
Luau Deng did do him back, did him dirty, bro.
They just paid him off last season.
Yeah, BKL said that's exactly the point. What KM said, Russ needs to go somewhere instead. The backup, they need some help. Heard that. I agree with that. All right, Chad. This is the end of the podcast. First of all, take a second. Don't let W's in the chat, man. Don't let W's in the chat, man. This was definitely a W stream, man. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Thank y'all for all y'all support, man. Make sure y'all catch the videos. Make sure y'all like them. And you know what I'm saying? Don't spur. Fly say something y'all don't like in his videos. Tell him about himself. KM say something in the videos. Let KM know. Hey, KM, you wrong. Don't spur him, y'all.
I'm never wrong.
Don't leave yourself out in there.
I'm never wrong. I'm never lost.
You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all so much. And like we say, man, we're gonna leave y'all like this. Fly, what you got for
them? Some advice, man. Just try to find a black business to support, man. We need to support more black businesses out there. I think that's very important for the community.
There you go. That's nice and sweet.
Yeah.
To the point. They should pay you for that though. I think you should find a black business to kind of, hey, I'm gonna shut you out. Give me a bag for it type noise.
Hey, maybe that's going forward. We get some sponsorship.
Maybe we look at sponsorship.
We was talking about black-owned soul food spot up the street.
Oh, we were.
I'm at the holler at them. I'm like, I can put you on my podcast. I got the hottest podcast in the loop. You know what I'm saying? I bring y'all up. Y'all throw me a couple plates. You know what I'm saying? They got stuffed turkey legs, right? With the yams, with the greens. You know what I'm saying?
No, really.
In the stream, they say encore.
Yeah, no, they got stuffed turkey leg, bro. You know how we do when we doing the Lou. It's a Lou thing.
Oh, say less, my boy.
Ken, what you got for him?
You know my usual: drink water and mind your business, man. That's all I got for you. Drink more water, learn to mind your business.
It's something about that mind your business part that I just hope it hits somebody. You know what I'm saying? And me, I also end the podcast every way. Pursue dreams, pursue moments, pursue life, man. Let's overreact podcast. We out, boys. Y'all have a good one. Be blessed. Next weekend, be blessed.
Not bad. Sponsored by Turkey Leg.